Hey there, I'm Selena Beasley and I am your expert makeup coach. I teach leaders, thought leaders, creative entrepreneurs how to do their own makeup like a professional so they can show up as the face of their brand, looking the part of your success. And I recently got a question from a follower. She said, Selena, how can you help me put my best face forward? And I want to talk a little bit today about not underestimating the power of gorgeous eyebrows. But first, I want to do a little bit of review, and I want to say, when somebody asks me, like, how do you put your best face forward? I know that what they're saying is, how can I look most polished and professional and put together in the eyes of my viewers so that I can cast myself as a leading expert in my field? So I want to review with you just a little bit. First, putting your best face forward is choosing a full coverage foundation coverage for your skin type. A lot of people don't know what their skin type is. Skin type can either run normal to dry or combination to oily. And the best way to figure out what your skin type is to check what I call your T-zone. And your T-zone is just this area here on your forehead, your nose, and your chin, much like the shape of the letter T. If this area trends more oily, chances are you have combination to oily skin. Conversely, if it's more dry and peely, then you likely have dry skin. If you're still not sure, one way to tell is to wash your face and then don't apply any kind of hydration, toner, anything for at least 20 minutes. And if after 20 minutes you start to notice that this area looks more oily, kind of slick, the likelihood is that you have oily skin. If you start to notice that after 20 minutes your skin feels super dry and tight, then you have dry skin. So you want to make sure that you choose a coverage formula that is for your skin types. And knowing what your skin type is first is going to help you be able to identify that. Secondly, you want to choose a color palette that works with your skin tone. So general rule of thumb is that and I'm speaking specifically for camera, the darker your skin tone, the more intense your colors have to be. And conversely, the lighter your skin tone, the less intense they have to be. But if you de-intensify your colors too much for the camera, then that's when you start to look tired and dull and washed out. So you want to dial in your best colors to the intensity of your skin tone. You also want to consult your skin undertone. Now, skin undertone can be a little bit trickier, requires asking a few more questions about how your skin responds to the sun in order to determine whether your skin tone or temperature is cool, warm, or neutral. And so knowing your skin undertone will help you choose everything from your foundation coverage to your eyeshadow, your blushes, your lipstick. It really makes the whole process of choosing your color palette, your on-camera color palette, it makes it really, really fun. So in order to eliminate the confusion, I created a 1-minute 5-question quiz. You can go to bit.ly/skin undertone quiz. Answer those 5 questions and it'll tell you whether you have a cool, warm, or neutral undertone. And that will help you to know if you have a warm undertone, you're going to want to wear colors like red and orange and golds and lime greens, just warm tones. If you have a cool undertone, you're going to want to stick to blues and purples and plums and teal. So it's really, really helpful in knowing what your skin undertone is. So if you want to just comment quiz, I will send you a link to the skin undertone quiz. Take 1 minute and bam, you'll know your skin undertone for forever and always, because it does not change. And your skin undertone is irrespective of skin tone. So whether the lightest of ivory skin to the deepest of bronze skins, your skin temperature is unique to you and it does not change. There's just a little bit of a review of how to put your best face forward for the camera. But today I want to just specifically and quickly share with you not to underestimate the power of gorgeous eyebrows. So why is this important? So our eyebrows they create sort of an emotional cue. When people are looking at our face for the first time, they're looking for emotional cue. And if we have angry looking eyebrows, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're angry. We just have angry looking eyebrows. So eyebrows frame the eyes. It creates a sort of a marker for where to place your eyeshadow and your contour. Eyebrows are hugely important. So I wanted to just to simplify this a little bit and do a simple brow mapping exercise with you. Now, I have not done anything to my brows today because I knew that I was going to do this live with you. So I am going to map my brows with you just the way that I would do, while I was doing my makeup. So I have the rest of my makeup on, but I haven't done anything to my brows. But this is a simple way for you to map where your brows should start, where they should arch, and where they should end. Is it arc or arch? Is it arc? Where they should arch? I think it's arch. We're gonna go with arch. So I am using an eyeliner pencil, and you can use an eyeliner, or an eyebrow pencil rather. You can use an eyeliner eyebrow brush and just put a little bit of eyeshadow on it. Anything that is going to help you define and fill in your eyebrows. If you have especially sparse eyebrows, just super thin, you may want to think about getting a brow tint, something to make your brows look a little bit more full and even and balanced. So here's a simple brow mapping technique. It's 3 steps. Okay, so the step number 1, you're gonna line your, whatever product you're using to fill in your brows, you're gonna line it right up to your nose. This is really funny doing this, looking at myself instead of in a mirror. And you're gonna create a little dot. Okay, so you see how my pencil is perfectly straight, aligned on the side of my nose. You probably can't see my dot, but I can. That's how you know how far your brows need to come in, okay? So step number 2, you're going to take your pencil, tint, pen, brush, whatever you're using, and you're gonna line it up on the edge of your nose, up through your pupil. Your pupil and your iris is the colored part of your eye, your pupil. So I am right dead center, aligned with the pupil of my eye and the edge of my nose. And I'm just gonna make just a little dot there. The way to know where your eyebrows are supposed to end, you line it up the same way, edge of your nose. And I'm gonna come a little closer so you can see this. I want you to line it on your bottom lash line, perfectly on your bottom lash line. And then from there, you create a dot. Now, all you do is connect the dots. So I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna, with hair-like strokes, you're gonna wanna create sort of an ombre effect. It's gonna go darker sort of toward the, the base of the lash, and then it goes lighter toward the top. Now I have my end, my arch is gonna begin to descend here, right at this point, right where I made this point. So I'm gonna bring it down to the point that I made, right there. And that's how I know where I want my brows to end. And then I can fill them in. I don't recommend I'm using a pencil that's just 1 shade lighter than my hair color. If you have dark hair like I do, you can do this. General rule of thumb, when you're choosing color for your brows, go with your hair color. If you have red or grayish hair, you can choose a light medium blonde, and that'd be a great shade. But I am using a shade that's just a shade lighter than my natural hair color. You probably can't even tell it in this light, to fill in my brows because I don't want them to look too dark. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the process on the other side. So again, you line up your eyebrow pencil, and this is where it's gonna end. And now if I've lined it up, if I've lined it up perfectly on the side of my nose, it should be the same, should be perfect distance, nice and even on my eyebrow. And then on the edge of my nose, up through my iris. And make just a little dot. You can see that dot I made. And then I'm lining here on the edge of my lower lid lash line to make another point. And then I just blend. Small hair-like strokes on an eye pencil, a good eye pencil, a sharpened eye pencil, which I haven't sharpened this one in a little while, is going to create those very small, it's supposed to look like your natural hair. And I want you to see that dot. I needed it for my own reference. Okay, so you want to make those soft hair-like strokes, really just, fill in your brows where they're kind of, areas where they're sparse. And just make sure that you've colored them evenly. And like I said, you want to go sort of darker at the base, lighter at the top. So my eyebrows look defined. They look proportionate to my oval-shaped face. They're going to provide a guide for me for how far I want my contour to come in, how far I want my eyeshadow to extend. Do not underestimate the power of gorgeous eyebrows. So I hope that just from this little review and this little brow mapping tutorial, I hope that you can feel more confident putting your best face forward, showing up for yourself in the face of your brand, looking the part of your success and showing up with confidence and feeling more empowered and connected with your audience. You would like to have access to my free quiz to determine your skin's undertone as a way of choosing your best colors. Comment quiz on this thread and I will send that to you.